Hello, you popsicles out there in frozen tundra land. This is Jeff at the Jeff Word. Welcome back to your Monday, your regularly scheduled Monday. My head basically just stopped spinning. I took Francois to the airport, Philip and Francois to the airport, not just mere hours ago, because flights were canceled. They were canceled for Tyler Jones and Philip Fracassi, so they had to stay in Dayton, and it cost me a lot of money. Well, Tyler Jones didn't stay in Dayton; he stayed in Chattanooga, but it cost a lot of money for me to cancel Philip's flight to get an extra day with him. So that was a lot. And then Francois had a real struggle because they kept delaying his flight. But good news, he made his planes. And he's on his way back to Montreal. Everybody is tucked into bed like little baby geniuses, little baby geniuses that they are. And I don't know why. I didn't plan on starting with that, but it's like my life in the past 4 days has just been a stream of consciousness and a little bit of dip into unconsciousness, which is always very troubled because there's so much to do. So, oh my God, I don't really know what we're going to talk about. It's probably going to be all JEFCON, but it's probably going to just be a lot of emotions. We're going to laugh. We're going to cry. We're hopefully going to get warm. And I don't blame anybody who was at JEFCON for not being on the live tonight. I don't know how much more of me I could take, but let's get rolling with the intros. Good to see you people. It's always great to see you people. Law Hippie, is that Tom Cook? I don't know who you are. No, you're not Tom Cook because it's a J. Who's the Law Hippie? It's good to see you. Not going to say, not going to say otherwise. But Mark, Law Hippie, Mike, good to see you again, brother. Brandon Carr, hello. Ralph's Books, hello. Good to see you. All you freezing people. I'm guessing many great stories I'll hear about tonight. There's a few. Flash was there with a Black Mad Wheel. So much thanks to Phil for donating that copy. It went quickly. I didn't film it, but it went quickly. It was eyeball really hard. Ron is another one who I give my thanks to the Tony Richards book and the man Born a Man and Woman from Suntup, the artist edition. Much appreciated. I think the giveaway was one of the highlights of JEFCON to see everybody. All those books were out there. You could see Tim from It's Terrific talked a little bit about that on his JEFCON haul. All the books were out there. He won pretty early because you can't deny Tim Bedwell. Try to tell him he can't win. And so that was a lot of fun. One of the big moments. What's up, Jim? Good to see you. So yes, thank you, Ron. Thank you, Jim, for being there. Stephen Wynelson Jr. Oh, you were sorely missed, man. You were sorely missed, and I hope everything in your life. I'm not going to spill your tea. I'm not going to say what prevented you from showing up, but I hope everything is on the mend and hope everything's fine. And you were missed, man, brother, man. So I'm not going to dwell too much on that, but you could feel it, hopefully. So it's good to see you here tonight. And I was happy I was able to broadcast that one author panel, as clumsy and as weird as it was. I'm happy I was able to get it going. I wasn't able to do it for the artist panel, which was Chris Panettiere and Francois. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it rolling. And my priority was the people in the room who were all staring at me like, Jeff, where are you taking us? Come on, Jeff. And so, that's performance anxiety, man. It's a lot different. I'm out of practice being in a room, being in a room with people. So I really just had to default to that and keep the thing rolling. So I wish I could have done that. And I did do the Zoom panel with the publishers. It was Paul Miller and Paul Suntup. So I do have that recorded somewhere. And I could, but there were technical issues with that as well. So all that is the future. Let's just celebrate the victories, you know. David, good to see you. Hello. Christopher Bowers, good to see you. People are dragging in. Cool. Hello, everyone. Had a great time at JEFCON. That's number one. Thank you, number one. Yeah, Jake asked me today who got the book he sent, but I couldn't remember who got it. I did tell him it went second. Oh, really? Well, then if it went second, I could tell you who was second. No, it didn't go. Because it says Tim Bedwell was second, but it wasn't Tim Bedwell. It could have been Alexia Sims. Those were the results. So, yeah. Kara Black, Tim Bedwell, Alexia Sims, Justin Holland, Mike Hughes. You're the top 5 of the giveaway. Unless I didn't take somebody out and hit remove like I should have. But those are the top 5 who won. Yeah, I missed my Stephen Dwayne Ellison Jr. hug. My mom is doing better, but still not 100%. I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad she's doing better. That sounded weird. You said my mom's doing better, and I said, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So to be clear, I was responding to the latter half. Still not 100%. Maybe I was wrong. I thought it was a guy. It was, and was it Kevin Hyman? Was it Philip Hogginson? I think it was, or Tom Klink. I don't know. It might have been Philip Hogginson. That's who it could have been. Sorry to dox people here. Just shout names. I was a late. Yeah. Alexia got dayside. Yes, she came up and boom, got the canister. I'm glad. She's splendid. She's a splendid human being. You know, and that's the one big, there's a big regret Jill and I keep talking about with this event. It's that we were both too busy to really spend quality time with each and every person. She carried the whole JEFCON on her shoulders and was working nonstop and regretted that she couldn't talk to everybody. And but everybody she did talk to, that's why she wished she had more time, because everybody she talked to was so amazing, so wonderful. I think she has a deepened appreciation, as does my daughter. My daughter was also impressed with the folks, and saw a lot. There was one woman, Alexis Johnson, was there, and she really loved her style, and she wishes she could have talked to her too. So amazing group, and that is what the challenge was: just to get the space and get the people together and have the time that everyone deserves. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that was bothering. Yes, it was bothering me. So, yes, Alexia got dateside. Congratulations to JEFCON. Hope everyone who attended had a great time. That is my hope as well. A lot of people told me they had a great time. I hope it was just not flattery. I hope everyone did. Thanks, everyone. The advice booth is coming in 20. Yes, and we had a tent set up. We had a tent ready to set up if for inclement weather. But to have Stephen Wayne Ellison Jr. at Ask Me Anything advice/therapy booth, that's what we were going to do it. I don't know if it's too foggy for anyone. Yeah, anybody at JEFCON should not have been surprised that there were technical difficulties, because I stitch a show together. I stitch it all together. Hold on, honey. You got a little bit something right there. Yeah. And there's an improvement in the quality of the picture somewhat. Later. Let me just I'm getting messages. They want to restart my computer. I say later. Is now a good time to restart my? No, I think we're going to do that later. Patty, hey, good to see you, Patty. I just want to meet PJ. I just want to meet producer Joe. Yo, Mitch is here. Mitch, good to see you, Mitch. I'm glad you finally made it home. Glad to hear producer Jill enjoyed herself. No, she didn't. She should have enjoyed herself more. I'm glad she got to meet as many people as possible. But I said we both agreed next time we do anything like this, if we ever do anything like this, we're going to make it as on the rails as possible so that Jill and I are freed up to just focus on being present and not pulling threads, you know. So yes. Hey, Mitch, tap that keg this evening. It's freaking amazing. I'm so jealous. Patty was there. Patty, Jill loved your style, Patty. Loved it. She was taking your jacket, taking your shoes. I think she might have made a paper doll out of you and is dressing it as we speak. She loved your style, Patty. And again, wishes she could have spent more time talking with you. She exists. She is real. she producer Jill was there. And she is a real person that I paid to show up. No, she is real. So does Mike attend these conventions for the kegs? Yes. Mike, yes, gets the kegs. Lance, congratulations on your successful first JEFCON. Wish I could have been there. Wish you could have been there as well. And I'm glad you're here. I'm glad like we are all here. And I understand it was a week after Thanksgiving, a few weeks before Christmas, in the middle of nowhere. If I ever do it again, it's not going to be near Chattanooga. Nobody's going to depend on the Chattanooga airport for shit. They are the worst. They are the worst. Every single flight was delayed or canceled. Francois has to get back, right? And his flight, he said he made his connecting flight with 11 minutes to spare. So, yes, it's not anything I would ever put anybody through ever again. So, look for another place. Mike, yeah, so glad you like it. Yes. Thank you, Jeff and Jill. We had a wonderful. I'm so glad. One day we will have beers together. I would love to have beers with everybody again. And I know you're talking. We had beers, Phil, so that's good. And I know you're talking to Mike, but I'm talking to everybody. I'd love to have another one. Did nobody like my style? I feel like I was crushing it all weekend. Yeah. Oh, so all weekend, yeah, we all met at Monkey Town. That was awesome. That was very lovely. We did have time there. So we did talk to people there, but again, it was the day of the event. Producer Jill and I were both still anxious as hell because we had to set up this room. We had to get the food ready. Jill had to get the food ready. I hate saying we. I mean we, like it's a burden on both of us, but that was exclusively Jill. So we still had all that hanging over our heads. We didn't know how it was going to go. So you can't ever put your brain down. But yes, Mitch was rocking the Pirates hat, right? Is that the Pirates, Pittsburgh Pirates? Some sort of team. Hey, yo, I've been here, just haven't chimed in yet. Glad to see everyone had a great time. Thanks for sharing pics and posts for the rest of us. Yes, and please share or send me photos. Of course, I'm doing the stuff. Jill's doing the stuff. We didn't really have time to take photos. So if you have any photos, I would love to have them. And whatever you feel you are happy to share with people. No nudity. Like we don't want that. But just the event space and smiles, hopefully. I had a whole thing where I wanted people to initially share photos of them going like, yeah, what is this fest? So nobody else who couldn't make it would feel left out. But I didn't do that. I don't want to tell people what to do with their lives. I'm an anarchist. I enjoyed getting to spend time with her and glad I got to talk to your daughter too. Yeah. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. The fog on Sunday morning was no joke. Tennessee fog is no joke. Tennessee, we're in the Tennessee Valley. And so the low levels, it gets foggy, the fog rise. You can be under the fog, then you're up in it. You could be above the fog, then you're down in it. The fog is its own character here in Tennessee. It's its own character. And the town even threw us a parade. Yes. It was such a fun weekend. I wish everyone could have been there. Yes. If you watch the author panel, Philip is constantly distracted by the parade right outside because we were facing the window. And at one point, giant reindeer went by that were taller than they broke. So it's a floor to ceiling window. And above they extended above the window. You couldn't see the heads of these reindeer. They were not real reindeer. There were real reindeer on the street, just not in the parade. And they were just ginormous. He saw the Grinch. He saw Santa. And a little guy named Jesus showed up. Little baby, 6 pound, 8 ounce Jesus showed up. Your version of Jesus is whatever, but that was the nativity set. Went by. Yeah, the pirates, because Americans don't believe in deregulation. Are an yeah, the Pirates, because Americans don't believe in deregulation, are an MLB team still. A beard, hat, hoodie, and a beer. Classic Mitch. Yeah. Yeah, except for the beanie. Meaning producer Jill was a highlight of my life. Jill, of his life. Now, granted, Mitch has a lot of life ahead of him, but in his first 8 years, you are the highlight. I'm surprised Mitch didn't run out to tell Santa what he wanted for Christmas. It was like if an ice cream truck went by, I'd just worry about Mitch abandoning his beer distribution post and running outside and say, Santa, I want a donkey for Christmas. Something weird. He would ask for something weird. I'll just leave it at that. So that's why he kept shouting out character names. Yes. Oh, I'm glad that's a missing piece of context. There was a parade going by right on our quaint little Mayberry RFD street, Main Street. It was very quaint, but it cost me a lot of money to throw that parade, and I'm glad it played a role. At Mitch's, we had pigs and chickens and farm dogs that randomly roamed onto the set. But in this one, we had a parade. It was like, it was like a Christmas movie, Lifetime movie. Did you get a video of the other panels by chance? So no, there were 2 other panels, and the artist panel I didn't get. I really tried, but at some point it just was, the day rolled through and I couldn't get it up. I couldn't get it. I couldn't figure it out in time. So I'm sorry, but I did do the publisher panel, and I will put that raw video up. That wasn't, it was weird because I was projecting it for the people in the room. The camera wasn't picking me up. It was some sort of, so Paul had to talk to a black screen. Ban laser pointers next time. Did you get, showed up premature. Yeah. Philip calling out the parade participants was so damn funny. He just couldn't take it. I thought many strange people kept trying to join you all. That's hilarious. I know. I was hoping to see Keelan and Francois panels too. Great to see Philip and Tyler's though. So Keelan didn't make the JEFCON. He was a last minute cancellation, like the day before. So that Thursday he canceled. He had his reasons. Mainly, I think it was because he said when he goes to small towns, all the women fall in love and all the men want to fight. And he's like, he's wrecked many small towns. He shows up and all the men get intimidated. And in small towns, they try to defend their women folk, you know? So it's really bad. And like he's responsible for that Roanoke town being abandoned. So I think that's why he didn't want to show up, because he's too intimidating. He's got the Hollywood good looks, you know? And so he's like, no, I think I'm too much for your little town. But he couldn't make it. So we all missed the Keelan panel. We all missed it. Fire your AV person. Oh, he's gone. I'm going to skip Mitch's thought. Great to hear the publishers panel will be up soon. That wouldn't have happened if I was there. It's one of my untapped talents. I didn't get to make it, but I did just order Death Bus. Yes. We got a Death Bus sale, Jill. Mitch gets ramen. Keelan must be Irish. Yes. The other reason I think he missed it was he's trying to win the Irish Goodbye Award, right? And if you know what an Irish goodbye is, it's like you're at a party and you don't want to make a scene. You just leave. You just leave like a little Irish ninja, you know? But what's even better, you know, is the earlier you leave, the better your Irish goodbye. So if you don't even go to the party, you're the Irish goodbye champion, and they will pour you a stout in Cork. Yeah. Cork. Or Waterford, where I visited. Jill, that's the one place I always forget we visited. We visited Waterford when we were in Ireland. We didn't stay there because we didn't qualify. I got my Death Bus order in also. Yes. Which one is you mailing me my grab bag? It's not a grab bag. It's a swag bag. And that will be on me, Stephen Dwayne Ellison Jr. I got a little list. And you're on it. I just need to make sure I have your number. Mitch, I got to make sure I have Stephen Dwayne Ellison Jr.'s number. So I got you and Jason Murphy. You're on my list as well. So I got you too. Among others. So, RA, you didn't need to order one. Don't worry about it. There's a few. I have a few. I do that a lot on Mondays. Actually tend to fall asleep to the sound of your soothing voice. Phil, how tired are you, Phil? No, I can't try. Let's check in with the Magic Duff Bucket. Oh, by the way, the Magic Duff Bucket was there. He was there. You could have looked at it. You could have touched it. Just touched it a little bit. Thank you, producer Jill. I know who sells this. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So we got this, right? What have you got for me today? Yeah. This is the aptly reborn Jeff Ward Stout. It is called Death Bus. Death Bus. And look at that goofy MFer in there. Death Bus. So this is, again, the aptly renamed Jeff Ward Stout. And this is the official JEFCON glass. Everybody who was there got one. The Jeff Word on the back, the JEFCON logo on the front, and it glows in the dark. I don't know about where you are in life if you have a glass and all the lights are out and you're like passed out, and then this thing starts glowing. It'll guide you back. So this is the Jeff Word official JEFCON glassware. Oh, and this is the first thing ever drunk out of it is a Death Bus. Apropos, look at the beautiful, Look at that. It's like Cinderella. Here's your slipper, honey. Can I say that? I probably can't call Cinderella honey. Whatever. Whatever. Cinderella doesn't watch this. I don't think. So I'm still so pissed I didn't go. I am not pissed. I'm sad. I'm sad and I understand. It's like I get it. I was so very humbled and flattered and grateful and just blown away by all the people who did make it. So yes, it was a crazy tight little space with Philip, Francois, Chris Panettiere, Tyler Jones, Mitch. Who am I'm missing somebody. Wow. Who am I missing? I don't know. But with that many, like, I had Tyler, a bibliopathologist. Oh my God, I'm getting to them. I'm getting to them. You better believe I'm getting to them tonight. Bibliopathologist, Gerald and Jason. Holy shit, those two are two of the most incredible human beings on the planet. I swear I'll get into that. But damn. They're just they came and they brought some JEFCON exclusive slip cases for Autumn Springs, which I wasn't able. I didn't buy anything from anyone. I wish I could have, but those definitely is what I would have wanted. But these guys are just like there are a few people that I am like to let's just keep it to the room. The people in that place were all killer, no filler. And like, for example, Mitch has never made a beer I did not love. Look, there you go. There's glare, but you could see JEFCON logo. Mitch has never made a beer I didn't love. And they're just, Philip hasn't written a book I didn't love. Tyler Jones hasn't written a book I didn't absolutely crave to read. Bibliopathologist, man, it's just Francois. I mean, like, you just go down the list and like it was just amazing. But wow, their table was amazing. It glows in the dark. I'm gonna have to test that out. Yeah, leave it in the light for a while. 11% ABV, but yes, it glows in the dark. I thought I said that, but I think I left a lot on the table. I'm pretty sure I said the glass glows in the dark, but it's all so blurry to me. I don't know what I said. And we also got to meet Pool Boy live and in the flesh. Pool Boy was there. I was I was at first gonna put him in the giveaway so everybody could get a piece of channel history. I was actually thinking about putting the Dragon Lord and the Duff Bucket in the giveaway list. I thought about that. But I didn't. And instead, when it came time we were talking about where we were going to put all the drinks, I said, let's inflate Pool Boy and he can give everybody their soft drinks. And I also thought of dressing Mitch up as Pool Boy so there could be an indoor Pool Boy, but he wouldn't shave his beard. So anyway, that was a missed opportunity, Mitch. Saturday was so fun. Oh, thank you, David. I'm so glad you were there as well. Even the sours, Stephen Dwayne. Yes, even the sours. They were good. I liked them. I'm sorry. Put the glass in the fridge to chill, Patty. See if it closes when the door is shut. I hate to say this out loud, and I'll deny it if I asked, but people do like you, Jeff. I'm like, nice pour, maybe your best yet. Gerald and Jason, yes, bibliopathologist. Yes. I think people like me because it's like the pity you have for like a sheltered dog. You're like, oh, somebody should give that guy a chance. Not me. I'm not going to take him home, but somebody should give him a chance. It sort of tugs at your heartstrings. It's a pity sort of. I pity that guy. So they wanted to come see live if I was as pitiful as I am on video, and I believe I met that mark. I met that that measure. Um, I'm not happy with Biblio Boy. Been waiting for something since early July, and have written 3 times and still no response. Well, I will say, Biblio Boy. I'm sorry, Mark. I think you're talking about the Patreon stories, tray cases. They've told me personally they were so backlogged, and that is a wrinkle I hope they do iron out, because I hate to think that drags them, but it is literally Gerald and Jason, and they do all the work. They were working at JEFCON the night before to get tray cases ready. So I beg you, give them a little patience and a little grace. I also understand that, customers, hey, you bought something, you want it. Because I also didn't get that Patreon case. If that's the same thing, I'm not sure. But he did say he was very, very backlogged. So I'm sorry you're experiencing that. And I can also talk to them as well and say, the the art part, the product part, you've got nailed to the to the nth degree. But some of these other things I don't want to see drag the business. Um, it's a tray case. Stephanie really liked the lemon blonde. Pissed about missing Joshua as well. Yes, I didn't see nearly enough as that guy, man. I didn't mention what? She liked he's talking to Rapture, Jill. That some of these messages where it seems like I blow past, it's because I know that that Mike is writing to Mitch, I think, about liking the blonde, um, the lemon blonde. So yeah, but it is of note that we are all agreeing that Mitch, aka Meat Feet, is a creative genius of sorts with the beers. He can craft them, man. This I have a case of this. It should last me 4 hours. Yeah, he told me he was way behind on that one. Yeah, so I know. I'm not making. I don't want to be a hypocrite where I bash Cemetery Dance and then give the people I absolutely adore a pass. I get it. I'm not a hypocrite. I understand that those are real issues. So, um, and you should, yeah, you should be. They should respond to you. Yeah, just answer the emails. Right. Yes, that's true. I was deemed the designated survivor of the admins for JEFCON. That's why Stephen Wayne Allison Jr. had to stay behind, because other channels may want to take out the Jeff Word or Fracassi freaks. They want to take out the Jeff Word. That's easy to do. But the Fracassi freaks admins can't all be gathered in the same place at the same time. It's just too much of a responsibility for that Facebook page for all of us to risk it. Mitch, the kid, wears many hats. Yes. Yes. Yes, he does. He does. And yes, speaking of the kid, here is Death Bus. A passing resemblance to the cover. Maybe if I ate a few more Whoppers, that would totally be me. But there's Death Bus. I can't tell you the range of emotions I feel when I look at this book, so I won't. But it's now available on Rapture's. I can, you know what? I can post the link for you all here. I sent it to my patrons on Patreon to get an hour head start on you all. Now that hour head start is now an hour and a half head start. So I can maybe get you over to Let's see. Let's see. I can maybe get you over to it. Why did I go that route? You know? So if you are interested in getting Jeff, do you like that batch of stout? That case I gave you is the newest batch. I do. Should I not? Should I pour it out right on the channel? No, Mitch. Mitch, this is like nectar from heaven, Mitch. And I'm not blowing smoke. Just like when you say you like Death Bus, I know you're blowing smoke. I'm not blowing smoke. This is really it's like give me a great horror story by a great author and some Jeff Word stout. And that is how simple I am. That is I know you're looking behind me at all the Suntups and all these fine editions. And three, oh my God. I have every Fracassi I own is signed, except for the Creepshow comic books. I forgot to get them to sign them. But every other Fracassi I own is signed. Every single one on my shelves, all signed. It's a crazy feeling to have them all signed. But my Creepshows are unsigned. But yes, I love it, Mitch. It goes without saying, but I think it's worth repeating. But here, let me put in the comments and then pin it the Death Bus order link, right? There were only 90, I believe, right, Mitch, on the site. And this one is the link for you guys. Patreon. Oh no, I post what? Oh, I didn't do it right. I'm sorry. Let me grab it over here. I did the wrong link. I mean, this is the quality you're getting. I'm sorry. I'm gonna unpin this. And here's the real link. So there were about 80 Mitch, stop lying to make him feel better. Yes, please don't. Please do stop. Hello, Tim's here. Yes, Tim, I'm so glad to see you. I saw your video. I saw most of your video, most of it. I'm not gonna lie. Why would I lie to Tim? I never would lie to Tim. And I thought it was awesome. I'm glad you had a good time, despite me. And I also I loved how you said you're gonna read Death Bus, and if you like it, you're gonna review it. And if you don't, you're not gonna say a word. So I'm not expecting a Death Bus review, which is fun. It's fun. It's okay. I mean, the thing to remember about Death Bus is that I wrote it for the fest. I wrote it for JEFCON. I wrote it for us. I wrote it for fun. I hope it's a great little read for you. A good like you can recognize all the Easter eggs in there. They're very obvious, not very subtle. And have fun with it. Enjoy it. Just know I really did. It was an honest, thorough attempt at writing horror fiction, and I hope it lands. I hope you see the point in all of it. And it is, yeah, it's crazy because now every mean thing I ever said about any author in the world is like I realize how vulnerable they are. I'm not going to pull punches anymore, and I don't want anybody. I hope I get reactions that are loving it and hating it and everything in between. It like I want it on Goodreads. I want it reviewed. I want to see. I want to wallow in it. Yes, good, bad, and otherwise, because it's now not mine anymore. It now belongs to all the readers. Mitch says Death Bus is great because he has a number of editions for sale on his website. He has to say it. He has to. You should have a number counter, so I could do a countdown. How many are sold But it's a special edition. He will try to match your number if you have a Rapture number. I gave him the list of people like Stephen Wayne Nelson Jr., Jason Murphy, who and Sean, who need the same number. So we're gonna match numbers to your regular ones. But don't be upset if it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Because this is off on its own sidetrack thing. It's not the same, it's a little bit different. I'm going to read it this week. Looking forward to it. Oh, Patty, I hope you like it. I didn't work Denise or Patricia into it. I wish I did. I wish I worked more people into it, like Tim Bedwell. I wish I got him in there. I did originally. There's so many people I absolutely adore and want to include, but you can't. There's a limitation. You gotta. Yep, 90 on the site. We'll go public later in the week. Nice. That's great. It will sell out. You know what? I don't ever expect anything to sell out anymore. Now, knowing there are Fantasia Press Third Rules of Time Travel still in the world, that's like unforgivable. I cannot believe there are 900 Fracassi freaks on Facebook. And there are 750 copies of the Third Rule of Time Travel. And I understand there are people that love his words, but have, limited budgets. And $150 is a lot of money for a book. I get it. And I'm not a dick. I'm not an asshole who's like, well, what did you buy? I get it. No, trust me. Nobody understands better than I do. Priorities and budgets and all that. So I get it. But I'm still shocked. In the whole world, there are no whatever. So I don't know how long these will last. And I am going to have an allotment here. Mitch has granted me some extras. So I can sell swag bags. So you will get the JEFCON glass. And the Jeff Pat. Oh no, this ain't. You get a lanyard. So this is the lanyard I wore. The lanyard broke because I'm not going to go into it. With a beer ticket, get a beer ticket, but it'll never be validated. When they were validated, Mitch put a little stamp right there in the outline. So that was the beer ticket, and then you'll get a Jeff pass. This is Jill. I got it. And she killed it. She didn't just do the food, people. She did literally. I mean, this all was her. This was her. And this, too, the Jeff Pass. This is your ticket for NOMO FOMO. This is the Jeff Pass. You show this when you're about to buy a book. And we had lawyers all across the country review this and say, this is a legal document. No court of law could deny this Jeff Pass. If you're looking to buy a book and your significant other, partner, anybody who shares finances with you, or anybody who objects to your purchase of said book has to shut their filthy mouth when you show the Jeff Pass. You're like, hey, I'm going to buy Death Bus. And somebody's like, do you need amateur fan fiction? You're like, please. I'm getting Death Bus. And you show them this and they can't argue. It's foil. You can't deny gold foil. And then the back has all the legalese that gets you your book. But of note, it is not valid on, you cannot use this to buy a Cemetery Dance Bentley Little Richard Chismar title. I hope I didn't include William Chismar. That should be revoked. But or Gauntlet or Borderline. It doesn't work. You're like, I want to buy this Cemetery Dance book. And the person says no. And then you show them this and they're like, sorry, buddy. That doesn't cover a Cemetery Dance or a Richard Chismar book. It just doesn't. You're on your own there. Beef Daddy cannot save you. So that, and then the final piece of the swag bag, of course, inevitably is the bag. There's the bag. This is navy blue. There you go. This is where the JEFCON or the Jeff word becomes QVC, Home Shopping Network. So there's the JEFCON bag. And Jill wanted to opt for something really nice. It comes with this tag, which we left on, which is like 100% cotton or something like that. It says made better, So it comes with that tag, free of charge. The tag is free. So there you go. That's what the swag bag will have. There will be a limited number that have the chapbook also included. So the swag bag with the glass and the Jeff Pass and the chapbook will be very few of those. But then after the ones with the chapbook are gone, you can still get the glass and the bag and the Jeff Pass if you would like. And we might sell them all a la carte. I don't know. We have a few glasses to use. So cheers to that. Anyway, that's the commercial. Let us know about the swag bag. Yes, Mark. Yes, for sure. You are on there. There's now one less copy of Death Bus available. Yes, that's cool. I don't get concerned about matching numbers. Just happy to have the books. I ordered a lettered copy too, Jeff. Wow. Well, there you go. That was nice. Yeah, there are lettereds available, but that's going through another route right now. Tim, honest reviews only. Yes, and that's good. That's good. I agree with Tim's stance. I've also done that. I just haven't set it into the microphone, into the video, where I won't post a negative review. If I like it, I'll review it. If I don't, which is bad, which is kind of bad, because I think people should know if a book is worth avoiding. So I don't know. It's a mixed bag. I'm still debating whether I should jump on Earthling's Modern Classics bundle to keep my matching number. $600 is a big bite right before the holidays. Same boat. Also, I'm also in that boat. I hope it's not coming out of Venezuela. Let me just say that. But I'm in that boat because I can't do it. Especially not after JEFCON. And it kills me. Really does kill me. Because I know those books are worth every cent. And I would love to just jump on that bundle right now. But yeah, it's very difficult. Right after JEFCON, right before Christmas. I feel guilty enough splitting all my energy from my family to JEFCON. And I know Jill does too. And Jill and I are creating a business. And I will be posting about that soon if anybody's interested in that. But that's sort of ancillary or different than this channel, so I'm not getting into it now. But we have a lot of irons in the fire, and it's really hard, and just financially right now it's difficult. But I would so recommend, if you can do it, worth every dime. I have to get mine, but do I need Wanderers? It's good, but 250 good. Yeah, I know, Jason, with a big Centipede and Suntup orders yet to come. Next week, yes, next week it is going to be a big book. Paul Suntup talked about it, Hellbound Heart. He didn't say it was in the publishers panel that I had. He didn't say Hellbound Heart, but everybody talked about it. We know he's doing Hellbound Heart. His clues indicate Hellbound Heart. So that would be next week. That's a big one. People are going to absolutely need it. So it is really rough. But the Earthling, I mean, if he pieced them out and I could just buy Mine, I would have definitely bought mine. Buying both right now is hard. I just, I'm so torn because, yeah, it's really hard. I want both of them or I don't want them. You know what I mean? It's like I want both of them. Here's the thing: I want both of them. If they completely sell out, I'll still be happy because Paul had a sellout. I'll be sad because I didn't get mine. It's so many emotions. It's so crazy. Paul Miller was awesome. Huge thank you to him for being on the panel. And he was absolutely great. God, I just wish he could have been in the room. The guy should have been in the room. He deserves to be in the room. He deserves to see all the faces of all the people who love his stuff. And he had Tyler there and Philip there and Francois there. Yeah. Oh, that was so awesome. The Jeff pass is brilliant. I hope it holds up. I know, right? I actually passed today, just hoping I can get the next one in a month. Yeah, it's gonna be rough, man. I'm not getting the McCammon. Oh, Mark is offering up an opportunity. Let's see. Oh, what did I miss? Better late than never. How's it going, Jeff? Yes, good to see you, Joshua. I'm glad you're here. Glad it is going good. It is going good. Yeah, there's about 3 straight months of spending, which started last month. I'm sure I'll cave and get the bundle, but I won't be happy about it. That bag is so nice. Thank you, Mitch. That means a lot from the guy who did Fracassi Fest. I loved everything about the swag bags. The glass is super nice too. And I'm glad you appreciated it. You said it was like an IPA shape, which is probably, I mean, Jill loved this shape and it gave her the biggest window to customize. Because some of those were like just a little sliver of a window and it wasn't worth it. And I think she again she killed it. And originally we were looking at like etching on the glass, and then we went with this glow in the dark route. To more or less success. I've put it in the dark, and I do see the glow. It's maybe we're not charging it up enough or whatever, but it does feel like etching. So it's really, really nice, really elegant, which is not my brand, but I'm happy that something about this channel is elegant. We have a lineup of Fracassis from Twisted Retreat, Earthling, and Levidian on the way too. But did you also see Broken Binding announced their 3-book deal with Philip Fracassi? So there's a lot of Fracassi going on that you have to save your nickels for. Pennies are gone. Pennies are addressed in Death Bus. The whole penny situation, for what that's worth. Mitch, better than Fracassi? That's funny. The swag bags. We have I'm a tote bag fanatic. That one is coming with me to work tomorrow, and people are going to be jealous. Yes, Jill. Did you hear that? Patty says she's taking the bag to work tomorrow, and she's a tote bag fanatic. And she said people will be jealous. Stephanie's bag came with a coupon for a free print of Gothic from Bibliopathologist. She was so excited. Yes, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you that. I'm going to have to move into that, I think, because I need one of those chapbooks. The link is at the top, Joshua. The link is at the top. You could click it and buy it right from Rapture right now. Gonna split. Thank you, Phil. Good. No Irish goodbye. Have a great week. Good night, buddy. Glad you were here. Hey, I'm a lot Irish. You are? Really? So am I. A Levidian Fracassi is this new news, or did I forget an announcement? Shh. Just stay tuned. You did not miss an announcement. I want to see Paul pull the rug at one of these days. Y'all really thought Hellbound Heart? I thought these clues were too obvious for Widow's Point. Damn. Boom. And everything will go up in flames. Wow. Yeah, the two Pauls were amazing. It's a year or so out. It's a big compilation of a decade of writing. He talks about it in his Patreon. Yes. I didn't see that Broken Binding announcement. I'm going to have to go back and look. Broken Binding sent an email. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Nope. Wrong. Black Crow. Black Crow Books sent an email, and in it was just an announcement for a three. So you click Philip's face. Just click on Philip's face, and you'll go to a blog post about the 3-book deal. Serafina, Gothic, and Gothic 2. And they're not coming out tomorrow, but they will be. And Twisted Retreat is doing Autumn Springs. So if you're not on the train, you got to get the book only box at least. I hear it's going to have a slipcase. So the Twisted Retreat has it's a rebind, new art, and a slipcase and a signature. So if you're not on Twisted Retreat's email, you need to get on it. If you're not getting the book only box, you need to get on it. If you want Autumn Springs, there will be 5 editions of Autumn Springs. Twisted Retreat, Broken Binding is doing it. Earthling, the U.S. trade, the U.K. trade. Right? Am I missing any? You guys know, you often know more than I do. Just purchase Deathbutt. Okay, here we go. We'll do a little ring for that. Saw that Broken Binding announcement. Good. 3 more books to buy. 3 more arguments with the wife. Not if you have the Jeff Pass, Mark. Jeff Pass may be coming to you soon. Just no more arguments. No more FOMO. So, yes, now that I think about it, just had to make a note to future Jeff. Aardvark edition. Yes, good catch. Oh my, I got my Aardvark edition signed. I'll show you some stuff. I got to show you some stuff. I want Earthling for Autumn Springs 2. Yes. Wasn't Earthling. Yeah, I thought I did that. So, okay. Black Crow, Earthling, Aardvark. Black Crow, Earthling, Aardvark, U.S. trade, U.K. trade. Black Crow, Earthling, Aardvark, U.S. trade, U.K. trade. What else am I missing? Oh, Twisted Retreat. So 6. Yeah, 6. I'm sure that will placate her. Yes. I'm sure as well. I'm sure as well also. Mitch, you better be sending out these books right now that are being purchased on this channel. Just kidding, man. You know, it's not all that serious. It should never be serious. So yes. Anyway, let's get to the show and tell. Now, if you were at JEFCON, then you saw me get very, very emotional when Bibliopathologist came out with my rebind of It. This is a book I sent to Gerald a long time ago, a while ago. And he's like, hey, I will rebind your copy of It for you. Because I mentioned it on my channel. And I don't know what my dog's doing. I mentioned it on my channel. What, buddy? Poe wants to. You want to be on the channel? Come over here. Come here. What? There you go. See? Good baby. Are you a baby? Are you a good boy? All right. Well, I'm not playing though, dude. You could go sit down. What? He's being really weird. What, buddy? What? Is everything okay? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Is everything okay? Okay, he's being really weird. All right. I thought we were having a Timmy is trapped in the well moment where the dog comes to get me like, no, Jeff, this is an emergency. Holy shit. Someone chopped his arm off and you need to take him to the hospital. I seriously thought that. I'm like, I don't know what this dog is acting so weird for. He just wants to play. So that's Poe. So anyway, thank you for disrupting this very emotional moment. I sent him the very first hardcover book I ever read by Stephen King was It. And my aunt gave it to me. And when I was a little guy, young kid, I was like 14 or 15. And she gave me the book for Christmas. And she would go on. She would so anyway, she gave me that book and I read it and I loved it. I adored it. It was my first hardcover Stephen King. And my other aunt who read Stephen King said, "Hey, I'm going up to her campground this month. Can I take it with me and read it?" And because I love books and I want to share that joy with people, I said, "Yes, here you go. Here's my very first hardcover, precious, beloved edition given to me by my aunt. Enjoy it." And she destroyed it. She took it to the campground, took it to the pool, got it soaking wet, used it as a coaster. I don't know what else happened to it. It was destroyed. I also lent it to her with the dust jacket, so that got destroyed. Like, if you ever lend a book, just at least take the dust jacket off. So Gerald said, "Hey, I'll rebind that for you if you ever want it." And I said, "Okay." It's a hard decision because I thought about doing it, but then you're changing the book that your aunt gave you, right? And my aunt passed away at the age of, I think she was 48 years old, 49 years old, from breast cancer. And so she's gone. And it was, again, so there was so much involved. And Gerald at JEFCON said, "Hey, I just need the mic for 10 minutes. Can I make an announcement for 10 minutes? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. You just tell me." And I gave him the microphone and he got up and he's like, "A long time ago, Jeff asked me to do this." And once I knew what he was going to get at, I just couldn't. I even feel it now. I just could not stop it. And so he presented me with this. This is it's a goat skin leather tray case. And like all tray cases, it opens. And inside is the most amazing book I own now. Clearly. I mean, I'm going to do a video on this later, but this is all, and I have the document that talks about exactly what went into this book, because bibliopathologist Gerald at Bibliopath is a genius, and he's a conservationist, and he knows how to preserve books and restore them, and like the guy is just amazing. And he's written a detailed document about what all goes into this. And I promise you, when I do the video on this, I will put it out there, and I'll do a good, thorough job, and I'll show you pictures of it as I owned it and sent it in. And now what it is this is gorgeous. So there's a spine, full leather, and this is all hand tooled. It is not machine made. And if you notice, you see these lines, right? And this video is not doing it justice. There are 27 lines here that go down, and that represents each year that Pennywise sleeps until bam. It also pulls you down, like this whole thing. This whole thing here pulls you down into the sewers. There's a perspective thing. It is, in my mind, the graphic treatments that convey, that mean something, are the most powerful things, and I absolutely love it. That to me is brilliant, and I think this is such a incredible addition. So this is the same page block, and they did really sweet end sheets. Again, it's really not going to replicate. And he sanded it. He said a 16th of an inch or whatever it was to get away all the water damage. And that is the only thing this is missing. Maybe is a signature. So I'm going to call Steve tomorrow and see if he'll do it. But even without that, this is. I'm so happy I did it. I'm so happy I sent it in and said, yes, please. And he asked me if I had any notes. I said, no, because don't go into business with an artist or a professional or a crafter or a creator and micromanage. Then you're going to get a shitty product. You're not going to get their best effort. You have to trust those people to do their best work. And in this case, I could not be more impressed, honestly. And yeah, if you were there, it's embarrassing to get emotional, right? I mean, it's like, I don't know how uncomfortable that makes people feel. And, you know, in the moment I was like torn because I was experiencing some real things. And man, I can never repay Gerald at Bibliopathologist for that moment and for this book. It just is just beyond tremendous. And so an absolute treasure. And it's not just restored, it's elevated, and it finally reflects the love I have for this edition. When you love a book and when it means so much to you, now the outside of this book matches what's inside here. And I cannot thank him enough. It's just amazing. So, yes, to them, I mean, and then they also gifted me with this. To say I was blown away is an understatement. This is they're doing a rebind of Gothic. Well, the rebind is Hatteras Path Editions is doing that is Jason Laddier is doing a rebind of Gothic. And it made some waves this week. I think a lot of people saw it. There are very few copies available. He brought two of them to JEFCON. They're absolutely stunning. I cannot imagine that book in better hands. You know, I mean, Earthling did it and it was amazing. But the rebind, when you're talking a rebind, and it was a rebind of the Cemetery Dance editions, it is elevated. That rebind was just blown out of the water. And this is a signed frontispiece. It's signed by Philip Fracassi and the artist who did the piece, which I am going to go through the trouble of reading their name and showing you how old I am by needing a light to do it. So it is signed by artist Alexandros Pyromalis, a Greek artist. I don't know why I had to tell you his country of origin, but I did. And it's signed by both, and it's framed for me. And oh my God, the whole time this was going on, and hanging out with Francois and Philip and bibliopathologists and Tyler Jones and Chris Panettiere and all of you, I felt like, I mean, and this sounds awful to say, but I felt like a Make-A-Wish kid. Like I got the most incredible experience I could ask for. But it feels awful to say that because then it feels like you're stealing joy from somebody who deserves it. But it was just, I mean, here's my chapbook, my name on it. I'm signing it like I'm somebody. And I got Philip and Francois and all these people. It's just like, it was really a mind-blowing day. And then to just really knock me on my ass with this it was just crazy. It was all way too much. So it is just an amazing book. So cheers, man. I mean, that is, ooh, it's gorgeous, beautiful. That is an outstanding rebind. Wow, that is truly amazing. What a beautiful rebind of it. Yes, thank you. Was a very special moment, Jeff. Gerald killed it. One of the highlights of the day for sure. Yes, yes. It's gorgeous, beautiful. Still hasn't answered my emails. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Congratulations, man. I hate you now. Oh, now you do? Now it took that long? I tried so hard earlier. If I'd have known that was all it took. Yeah, like that's so cool and all, but I published Death Bus. So, and I mentioned that, man, Mitch. Didn't I mention that? Yes. I'm saying part of that day was seeing this and my fat face chopped into 4 slices. It was amazing. And I gotta say, so if you're reading this is supposed to be Nick, the main character, who may or may not look like me. So don't, it's a meta book. It's a meta story. This isn't actually entirely what Nick looks like, but Nick can look like whatever you want Nick to look like. He just, in most of the story, he doesn't have a beard. In most of the story, he can have a beard because Nick is traveling through many dimensions. So in many of them, in maybe 4 of them, he could have a beard. But in the one he starts out in, he's clean shaven. Just know that. When you first start reading and you first meet Nick, ain't a whisker on his cheekers. That's okay, Mitch. We forgive you. Zing! I love it, Mark. Keep that energy going. Geesh, I didn't get any cool stuff for Fracassi Fest. You, Mitch? What? You didn't get cool stuff for Fracassi Fest? You did. You should have. But who knows? Jeff is there in all dimensions too, if you think about it. You know what? Well, I'll let people read the book and love it or hate it or just go, well, that was mid. That's fine. It's fine. I did it. I did it. Like such a great feeling. And yes, Mitch, all kidding aside, thank you. Thank you for doing that. For getting me involved with Fracassi Fest, for publishing this book, and Philip Fracassi signing it and writing that intro. Like if I read that intro live on my channel, I'd have been bawling like a little baby bitch. That intro also chokes me up. I actually couldn't finish reading the intro from Philip. I had to stop. It was too much. So I'm going to read it again and read the whole thing because I was just getting too overwhelmed. It's very, that's just me. It's just me. But let me show you some of the things that I got from Fracassi Fest. This is really cool because this I'm going to show you. So like I said, I got all my Fracassis signed. Every one that wasn't signed is now signed except for the creep shows. But anyway, I gave my stack to Philip and I said, just flat sign them. Because he's like, Jeff, it's really no effort for me to personalize in addition to it. I go, okay, well, just, I don't know. He's like, what do you want me to say? I'm like, I don't know. Just wing it. Whatever you want to do, Philip. I didn't want to tell him what to do. But had I thought about it, I would have said, can you just dedicate one to producer Jill, a couple? And I didn't have to because Philip did. He's like, for Jeff and producer Jill, with much love, Philip Fracassi. So that was awesome. And it just shows like the guy he's a thoughtful dude. He's a very thoughtful guy. And I was happy to get that. Another thing I got was we were sitting there signing signature sheets. because Mitch is a goddamn slave driver. And we were drinking maple whiskey and some scotch and signing sheets. And Francois had nothing to do, right? He's just sitting there in the chair. Like, what are you doing here, Francois? So Mitch is like, I got to get that guy to do some work, because that's how Mitch thinks. He's like, idle hands are the devil's workshop, bitches. So you better get moving, Francois. And he's like, hey, Jeff, do you got Fata Nero? I go, yeah, I got Fata Nero. He's like, well, Francois right there. Like, get him to sign it. I'm like, oh, okay. He goes, hey, do you got an extra one? I go, as a matter of fact, I do, Mitch. He goes, oh, we'll get him to do one for me, too. That's how Mitch thinks. And I said, yes, sir. And I hopped up and I grabbed my 2 Fate of Neros. And I'm one of the few people, apparently, this came up. I'm one of the few people that got his Patreon letter, and I still have it. It's signed by Philip Fracassi, thanking me for being a patron and getting this chapbook as a way of thank you. So anyway, I hand it to Francois, and I get it back. What the hell is with this dog? I get it back, and look what's in it. A remark of the snake. Now, if you've not read it, I'm not going to spoil it, but there's the snake. and so I get it back with this remark, and this, of course, is number 5. I better double check. I hope to God Mitch didn't pull a fast one. Yes, this is number 5. So I got the snake. And Mitch got something different. It's up to Mitch if he wants to share it. So that is awesome. And I was so happy he did it. And I'm glad Mitch didn't steal my letter, because he was totally going to do it. And yeah, yes. What are you all saying? Hello, what's up, Patrick King? Good to see you. Kidding, that thing is a prized possession now. What are you kidding about? Oh, but who knows? Jeff is there and all. Okay. Was that snake before or after? I'm not gonna say anything. But also, the one Fracassi book I didn't have that he brought, that I was able to get, was the paperback of Child Alone Strangers. But the good thing about getting the paperback of A Child Alone Strangers at JEFCON was that Philip and Francois were there. So I handed it to them, and Philip and Francois signed it. But then Francois wouldn't let it go. He's like, I'll hold on to this for you. Don't worry about it. I'll get it back to you. I'm like, sure. And when I got it back, he drew that in there. That is a hand-drawn remark. I mean, holy shit. Holy shit. This, so, like, yes, I wasn't able to walk around. I wanted to buy Shit Show from Chris Panettiere. I got my last book from Tyler Jones, the only one I didn't have, so I was very happy about that. But I didn't get anything from Chris Panettiere, and I wanted to, and I wasn't able to go around buy anything. But those things were awesome, so I was able to get that. I got Almost Ruth from Paul Miller over there at Earthling. He sent me one of 26 copies, and I got letter C of 26 copies, and I got Tyler Jones to sign it. So this is Almost Ruth, the Ark. Amazing. I got Tyler Jones to sign my long sight as well. This was the only book I didn't have from Tyler Jones, and I got the hardcover, Enter Softly. So very, 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 very happy to get that and close out my Tyler Jones collection. One other thing I got, the last thing I got from Francois, he handed this to me as I drove to the airport. It is he goes, put this in your copy of Revival. Reverend Jacobs approves of JEFCON. He doesn't look like he approves of much. And so, again, that whole thing just keeps rolling where I was just hit with wave after wave after wave of just being on my heels the whole time. He created an amazing doodle in my Lividian Child Alone with Strangers. Yeah. I'm glad you brought it for that. And then another thing I got just handed to me from John Fahey. Haven't even opened it. John Fahey gifted me this. He goes, hey, I thought you wanted this. John Fahey also donated books to the giveaway. A huge, huge shout out. Thank you to him. It was this Max Brooks Devolution. I definitely wanted it. And apparently he bought it from VJ Books and it's signed. And I'm like, it was John Fahey's birthday. So we all wished him a happy birthday. That was a cool moment. And I'm like, I just threw JEFCON just to give you a happy birthday. That was really the whole thing. The whole point of JEFCON. Oh. This dog is being weird dog. Okay. All right. Some people have musical guests and accompaniment. I have barking dogs. You know, that's what we got to do. But that's like all my show and tell that I have. That's like really the book wise, the stuff that I have to show with you. That's really, it's really everything. But it really is just a very tip. Good night, all. Number one is out. She's like, I'm out. Good night, everyone. It sounds like he's wrapping up. I wasn't really, but it does sound like I am. And it kind of does. I mean, I am getting close to the time. So number one's not wrong. She redacted the message. Okay. It's okay. Number one. Had an amazing time, Jeff. Great town, great people, and meeting producer Jill was a highlight. Yeah, John, I'm so glad you were there. And he gave me back my Cenobites. That was funny. I'm like, oh, cool. Do I put them out? Do I give them away? Like, I didn't really know what to do with them because I didn't know if that was cool with John. Like, it was kind of a moment where I'm like, I don't know what if you want them back. But they're back home. The boys are back home. The Chatterer and Butterball are here again to hang out. Channel is really great. Yes, happy birthday, John. Poe's doing his version of Pink Floyd's Dogs. Yeah, I'm so glad you were there, John. And on your birthday, too. I hope you like the card. I got him a card. Actually, John, you should know those were the first signatures of the day at JEFCON. Your wife told us that you were doing you were having a birthday, and if we could, get some signatures. And so Jill printed out the card. Now the funny thing is, she printed out the card, but the printer blotted out. It took a shit on us, and she couldn't print out the inside. So the front says, John, the real reason we threw JEFCON, the real reason we had JEFCON was to give you a happy birthday. The inside said was to give you a happy birthday, but that couldn't print. So I just had to write it in there. And then I went into the bridal suite. That's funny because this event space we rented caters to weddings. That's irrelevant to a point. But I had Philip and Francois in the bridal suite. They had their own room. And at that point, everybody was in there. And they're like, well, we better get to signing. I go, okay, well, let's start the day. Here's a birthday card for John. And if you could all just, sign it for him, and we can give him that something special. So it was those were the very first off the vine, ripest signatures of the day. You weren't going to get better ones. They only got worse from there. Just kidding. But yeah, I thought that was something worth noting. It was fun. Tina also enjoyed herself, so now I can buy more books. I was just looking at the card. It is awesome. Oh, I'm so glad. It really, I'm so happy she told us. Because trust me, I have a pile, like I said, I have a huge stack of regrets of all the things I didn't get to say and do. And had I known it was your birthday and we didn't commemorate it in some way, man, that would have been a big one. Congratulations to producer Jill and Jeff with JEFCON 1. Thank you. And please, again, I can't stress it enough, put a lot more. It's 80-20. The congrats should go to Jill, 80%. It is true. It is totally true. I'm not kidding. By the way, Screen Door Kitchen was great for brunch Sunday. Great rec. Oh, good. I'm sorry I couldn't make it. I woke up dead. So my Sunday morning was, I woke up, I slept in. Trust me, I slept in. My head was pounding. And I really only had one beer. And I had two beers. I had a Death Bus at JEFCON and then another beer later on. And then one finger of maple whiskey. If you've not had maple whiskey, on my Patreon post for Death Bus, that's the bottle next to the chapbook. I had that, and I woke up with this pounding headache, and I'm like, well, let's see where the boys are. And I woke up, and I just turned my phone off of airplane mode, and Tyler's there. He goes, Jeff, please, I've tried 3 times to get an Uber, and I can't get an Uber, and my flight is leaving soon. Can you help? So I have this pounding headache. I roll out of bed. I'm like, Tyler's getting to the airport right goddamn now. So I told him, yeah, don't worry about it, dude. I got you. You're going to the airport. He's like, Philip also has a flight, but he says he has an Uber reserved. He doesn't need help. I go, he better. Like, I'll take them both. I'll take you both right now. He's like, he's fine. I'm like, okay. So I hustle my ass out of bed. I take him to get an Uber, and I take him to the airport, and he gets to the airport, and I'm like, okay, he's done. I'm glad. So I head back, and when I head back, Philip's flight is canceled. Oh my God. So Philip has to stay another day in Dayton. And Francois like, hey, I'm here another day as well. Do you guys want to do something? So we all go out to dinner. That was awesome. I was able to take producer Jill, and she actually got to spend some time with 2 people that I think I was happy to have her spend time with, Philip and Francois. And so we all sat there. We went back to Monkey Town because Screen Door wasn't open, and we had a late lunch, early dinner, and it was very lovely. It was very nice. We spent some time. We weren't rushed. We got to talking about all kinds of things, and it was really, really cool. So I was grateful for that, but I was also sad that Philip was stuck, So then I came home. I had to unload all the rest of the stuff from the car. I had to clean up, and then I crashed. And then today I woke up, and I drove Francois and Philip to the airport, and Francois had drama. So I have not had a moment sort of to rest between Friday and right now. So it was crazy. So I wish I could have joined you at Screen Door. I was considering it. I'm like, I woke up and I had that thumper of a headache, and I'm like, I recommended Screen Door for brunch to everybody. I should try to make an appearance and maybe take Francois because I knew he was still in town. But I also wanted to make sure everybody got to the airport. So it just wasn't in the books for me. So I'm sorry I wasn't able to join you. But I'm glad you liked it. Isn't it a nice place? It's a very lovely. It's like in a house. It's an old farmhouse. You feel like you're in someone's home, and I'm glad you all got a chance to stay there, or at least get a bite. This flight crap is awful. Sucks that they had trouble. That's why I drive wherever I can. Me too. For sure that I don't ever want to go anywhere where I have to involve an airplane or my own two hands. Like I need to just be self-reliant. So I get it. And I never, ever, ever will have a JEFCON or anything, any event that depends on Chattanooga Airport. What a shithole. Never. It's a tiny airport. All respect to the people who work hard there and try to make stuff happen. But I think if flights are delayed or they're having struggles, I think it's easy for airlines to just say, well, forget Chattanooga. There's like 5 people there waiting for a plane. We can forget that place. So I think that's one of the first places they just forget about, you know. So I won't ever do that to anybody ever again. We'll see whatever the future holds. If there is another JEFCON, we'll see. But that's tomorrow's problem. Later, Stephen Wayne Nelson Jr., take it easy. Keep an eye out for 2026 for sure. We ate lunch at Screen Door on Friday. It was amazing. Oh, good. I'm glad. Very nice place, nice people, great food. Me and Tina did the airport terminal dash after a 3-hour delay out of Chattanooga. Yeah. We went to Carabella's on Friday night and had a nice little bar food. It was pretty good. Okay, I've never eaten there. So thank you for, kind of giving it the semi thumbs up. It's like right outside the hotel. You just walk across the parking lot. The meatloaf and the pumpkin cider. Oh, the meatloaf is the shit at Screen Door Kitchen. The meatloaf. Oh, I get it every single time, which makes me feel stupid. Like, why don't I get other things? But I love the meatloaf. Forget about it. Forget about it. So we will forget about this. Also, I got a swan song from Tim Bedwell. We did a trade because I can no longer afford these amazing books. We did a trade, and I finally got a numbered Suntup swan song. So I will be doing a book unboxing for that probably tomorrow because I'm itching to open it now. Also got Sugar on the Bones from SST. I was going to show that tonight, but we're just gonna roll with it, and I'll do videos. And I'm also going to do a video on this It rebind and try not to cry. Well, folks, time to go. Jeff, sounds like you and much more. Jill did a great job. Yes, that's the summation. That is true. So thank you all for being here. Thank you all to my patrons on Patreon as well, who've made JEFCON possible. That's the only thing that keeps us going, really. It's just like it sustains me. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Mitch. I got here's a whole list of people to thank. Huge thanks to everybody who showed up to JEFCON, to Philip Fracassi, Francois Vaillancourt, Tyler Jones, Chris Panettiere, Mitch Hall. Who am I missing? Jason, Gerald, everybody at Bibliopathologist and Hatteras Press, Hatteras Path Editions. Sorry. Find them on Instagram. This is where is it? This is what it looks like. I'll show you this really quick. That is it. This is it. Hatteras Path Editions right here on Instagram. You see this this is me getting the copy of It Rebind. I was just basically crying. So, and I like how my one sleeve looks very much shorter than the other one. I look like a goon, but that's okay. I am a goon. So follow them and stay tuned. Amazing things coming from them. So thank them. Thank you to John Fahey, Flash, Ron, the Pauls for doing the thing. I did thank you, Mitch. Thanks for an amazing weekend. Bro, send me the pic we took. I didn't take any like an idiot. Yes, I will. I will send you all that. And please send me the photos. And a huge thanks. I don't care if she doesn't want to hear it. I don't care if she's sick of hearing it. Huge umbrella thanks to producer Jill. Like, round of applause for producer Jill and Julie, and Rob, and all the kids. My daughter Elsa, my niece Ella, Nathan Lincoln, Ian, Ben, all of the kids for pitching in and helping me make an incredible event, an incredible space for the people to have an incredible time talking. And so much love to all the people involved. I'll never, ever forget it. Never forget it. And it really meant the world to me. Whatever joy you took out of it, amp that up by 1,000. That's what I feel for JEFCON. It really was. It was everything I could have hoped for. And seriously, big part of that was Jill making it possible for me. So try to tune in for the con and caught the very tail end, and now I'm super late for this. Hope you had fun. Chad, I gotta say, you were necessary at JEFCON, and I really wish you could have been there. But yeah, no, thank you for all of your support and being there. And I'm getting choked up, so I think that's my cue to cut it and let you all guys go for another week. But Chad, I wish you were here earlier. Watch the replay. You could the video of the author panel is still up. It's still there. It exists. So you could check that out. Congratulations on your big day. Have a wonderful night. Till next time. Yes, I will be back next week to do another video. And hopefully there will be no schmaltz, no schmaltziness. And I will see you then. And until then, be good to each other. Be good to yourselves. If you're going through some shit, you'll be better on the best other side of it. And stay frosty.